All right. So I would like to start using this job fetchy business. Uh, and how do I want to do that? So let's start. I guess we need some database stuff. So what sort of database stuff we need? Well, we have this select all jobs, and that's not so useful. So maybe let's start by modifying this. Uh, okay, so we have select all jobs, but that's not what I really want to do. What I really want to do is select only what language is this? This is Haskell. Okay. What kind of project am I building, sir? Right now, I'm building just a really simple, um, uh, really simple app that has a Haskell backend, and it's going to have a Flutter front end. And it's just like a bookmarking app where you can add articles to it, and you can consume them later. Kind of like Instapaper or Pocket, if you've ever used those. All right, I need to figure out a way to get these docs a little bit. I need to find out where they go. Where do I want them in my life? All right, so instead of selecting all the jobs from the task queue, I guess let's just get first of all, let's maybe just get the ones that are in the uncompleted state, and that will be done by somewhere we have an enum. I think my font is too big for Emacs. Let's take a look at this task queue SQL thing. Yeah, I have to figure out how I want to handle this, because I have the font really big so that people can see it. But maybe what I want to do is zoom in so that I have full. Well, I don't know. But let's try this. Okay. So we have this status type, status T, and we want status T to be pending, right? And not failed. I guess let's just ignore failed tasks for now. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to do this in SQL just because I don't know what the syntax for this for enum is. Is it just pending status T? Let's try where status. I don't think that can possibly be right. Let's see if do we have dbeaver. So we have this one status in the database so far, and it's already it's pending, which is what we want. So let's find out how to do this. So let's do select star from task queue, where status is. Let's just try pending. So that worked. What if I do pending stat? What is it? Status T. That also worked. Okay. So if I just put something that's not a valid status type, I get an error that's actually informative, invalid input for enum status T. But what if I don't cast it as this status T thing? Do I still get the same error? Yeah. So I'm not sure what the double colon status T Well, I guess I'll keep it in. And I think I should probably have a semicolon, right? And what? So let's hop over and take a look at the build file. And I think I'm just going to try to run these tests, even though I've modified the SQL statement, but I don't think it actually modifies I don't think the tests I have actually depend on the SQL statement being one way or another. So the chat says how to actually get good at coding. Like, like what's the real deal? What is the real deal? The how to get good at coding is you just first of all you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do a lot of it, and you have to read about how to do it. Is basically the way that any of it breaks down. But I think that you also have to decide what it means to be good at coding, and I don't think everyone has the same definition. For example, I think you can get pretty far without really being all that good at coding. If you're just if you focus on building things that have that look nice and selling them, you can get pretty far without being like a star coder. So it kind of depends on what you want out of it, I would say. But for any of this, like anything that's like a technical and challenging, you have to put in time where you're physically doing the thing. Like it has to be a motor skill, typing out code in some language, but also you have to be expanding your knowledge base. And typically that would be reading books, but also videos can be helpful. And I guess maybe one more thing that people often leave out is you have to read a little bit or work a little bit over your head. Like if you're always a lot of people, what I found is a lot of people kind of stick to the tutorial level for a lot of stuff for a long time, and people find it uncomfortable to read something or watch something that is over their head. And if you're always trying to watch things that are in your kind of comfort zone, that can hold you back too. So there's an element where you just have to be willing to go out on a limb a little bit if you want to stretch where you are. So that's my take. All right, so this failed. Did it fail for an interesting reason? Oh, no test targets. Did I click on the wrong build file? Yeah, I guess I want to be one build file up. Let's try that again. So I guess maybe one more thing I'll mention while we're compiling is that my background was in math before I did programming. So I don't have a good sense of what the university program for computer science is like. Okay, so one of these fails to build, and that's the wget one, which says this file does not exist. I think that's because I did something wrong. But what have I done wrong? So let's take a look at Garrett. I think what's wrong is somehow I've like rewritten history in a way that a file that I was depending on is no longer there. Yeah, so let's try this. Let's try taking, where am I? I'm on main. So let's branch off into, we'll call it status. Did that succeed? Let's try on the command line. Okay, so now we're in status. Let's just delete main. Let's first just verify that, okay. What is it? Get branch D main. Capital D to show I really mean it. And then let's do get oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, no, I know. Yeah, so let's see if I can check out main. Okay, so this seems fine. And if I'm here, then I should have this this file that it was complaining that I didn't have. Yeah, and everything should build. Yes, I am an Emacs boy. Okay, so this should build, and then let me see. Well, no, I can't do that while it's compiling. Can I? Will that ruin everything? I think it'll be fine. So let me check out the status branch, and how many of these I want. I think a lot of these are not merged into main. Let me look at the log again. Okay, so this is kind of where things end. And I think what I want to do is rebase. I want to rebase this onto main. But I feel like the last few times I've tried to do that in Git, it hasn't done it the way that I wanted it to. I think this one, these are the ones that I want to cherry pick. So let's grab these, throw them into Emacs. What? I don't think I can do this in the Emacs shell. I think I need a real shell. So let's do checkout main, and then we'll make a branch called new main. Is it cherry pick one word? Cherry dash pick. What? Conflicts. That's not a conflict. What are you talking about? Okay. So is anyone here interested in distributed systems? Yes, that's the thing that we're building now will be one one RPC service of a distributed system, and we've covered quite a few distributed system-y things on the code reading show. So, for example, Kubernetes and lots of other stuff in the Kubernetes system like Cilium and gRPC and some of the other stuff I'm using now like Bazel and as well as just like services that are often used deployed as part of as part of a distributed system like Redis and some databases and stuff. And what I'm working on now is just like a little toy. As I said earlier, it's like a read it later app that's just going to be like a bookmarking app, like Instapaper, and it's kind of just a way of exploring, trying out Haskell, which I've never really used to build anything, and seeing if I can get Haskell to work in the context of the tool set that I like the best, which is just the open source version of the Google tool set, like gRPC and Bazel. And I feel like Haskell, if I can get a handle on it, makes for a really good scripting type language. It's not actually a scripting language. It's not like, for example, dynamically interpreted. But it's like relatively clean to write. And it has kind of like a scripty feel. And so the hope is that and maybe on top of that, like one of the things that seems to be holding the Haskell ecosystem back is a lack of tooling. So my thinking is if I can kind of marry those two things together, then we would maybe get the best of both worlds where like once we get over all these initial hurdles, we might get to a place where we can relatively quickly hammer out Haskell microservices that integrate with a standard microservice ecosystem like the gRPC ecosystem. And that's what I'm kind of trying to get out of this. And then I want to make sure that I make something that has a front end. In this case, that the front end will be based on Flutter, because Dart seems reasonable to me, and I don't want to have to write. I don't have to write like a separate mobile app versus web app. And I think that I think Flutter Web is not quite there, but I think maybe we can live with where it is. Okay, so I'm gonna just try to cherry pick these, and I guess it's gonna give me it's gonna make things hard all the way down, or maybe not. I mean, maybe this is equivalent to what I was doing before, but I'm not sure. I think cherry pick is more like just take the commit and put it there. It seems like I'm having to resolve fewer conflicts at least. I don't really know if I need status. Let's try keeping both. All right. So if there's any justice in the world, then I'm done now. Let's see. Okay. So things passed. That's good. And so where's my task queue? Okay. Oh, you know what? I must have taken it to a point where, oh, I need to pop the old stash. Oh, wait. Why is it? I guess it was objecting to the fact that it had modified the file. There we go. All right. Okay. Well, that still succeeds, so I haven't broken anything. All right. So this now will get stuff from the look. It'll get just the pending jobs. So now we can call it select pending jobs. Let's do that here. Oh, no. So now that's just renaming it. I could have done a recursive find and replace, but that's good enough. All right. So now what do I want to do now that I've selected pending jobs? I guess that I want to take a look at each job and W get the corresponding thing. And then when I'm finished, I want to tell the job that it's done. So let's create a statement for that. Set job status, I guess. We'll just copy what we have. This will be called select set job status. And this will have to be parameterized. Do I do that with question marks? So this is inserting the job. Maybe you want this. Maybe you want this to be the basis of set job status. Now I'm realizing I forget the SQL update syntax. I don't remember where the table goes. Yeah, okay. Update table, set, and then column 1 equals what? So status equals like this, maybe? Where ID I guess 2? I don't really know. And then we have some encoders and decoders. So here, let's take a look at our other Hasql stuff. So this is just a single one. Are all of these just inserting a single thing? I guess so. Okay, so here let's create some, well, we'll just do it this way. So instead of byte string, this is going to be a status type. Now, how do I represent that in Hasql? That I don't know. There's some enum, right? So let's see if so we have here what gender is as a Haskell type. What I don't know is what the corresponding table is supposed to look like. So let's look at the code. Actually, so we have this value thing. To a textual enum label used on the DB side. So I guess maybe value is supposed to be for the thing that I use for enums. Well, everything is a value. Let's take a look at the SQL syntax for creating this enum. As enum. So let's see if we can find create type. Yeah. Here we go. Create type name as enum, and then we're gonna concat and intersperse some stuff, and that's producing kind of programmatically a string that looks like this. And what are the values of the enum? Create enum name values. So wherever this is called, this should tell me something. So we have the definition, but where is it? Where's it called? So here's another example. So we have create type mood as enum sad, okay, happy. And how do we use this? And so we have some statement. Let's see if we can find sad or a mood. So here's select the select this mood, and the decoder is going to be single row column non-nullable decoders.enum just.id. Well, can I do that? And then, but what does that produce? And then this, I guess, is giving back a string. Is that right? DSL statement, okay statement. So we do have an enum decoder. Let's see what else we can find out about it. It's really just used here. Is it really just used in testing? So here is the thing that takes a text. All right, well, let's just try different things. Let's just copy the syntax and see see if it works. So we'll say non-nullable encoders enum and then they had what, a bunch of stuff like just dot ID. And then what does their encoder look like? So their encoder, unknown enum, ID. I guess ID is identity, right? So let's try unknown enum, ID. So will this compile? Oh, first of all, I need an entry for it. So we'll say this is update job status. No, what did I call it? Set job status. Well, update is better anyway. Okay, so it doesn't know non-scope unknown enum. Why not? So all of the other encoders dot stuff are in scope. So where does unknown enum come from? Jeez, come on. Added unknown enum encoder in 1.6.3. That's good, but what am I using? It doesn't say. One point 4.5.3. So can I just upgrade Hasql, or is this gonna break everything? Let's try it. My guess is it might break everything, but I don't think anything else depends on Hasql, so maybe it won't. One thing that's for sure is it's going to take a long time to rebuild now because this might invalidate just about everything in the cache. So no result should be the correct decoder because I'm just calling update. So at least that I've got that going for me. And then instead of taking a byte string, the statement should take some sort of unknown enum, right? Yeah, this looks like a giant error. Okay, I have to update ASON and PostgreSQL binary. PostgreSQL binary shouldn't be a big deal, but ASON I think is going to cause a great deal of trouble because everything depends on ASON. Is it even worth trying? Let's first of all see what version of ASON I have. One 1.5.6. Yeah, that's gonna be bad. Let's try it anyway. How about 2.0.0? All right, so back to the file itself. We're gonna get so the result is good, and then I have to figure out what to pass to the statement. And the statement is expecting to encode an unknown enum. I don't know what that means I put here. I think unknown enum takes the text or something. It takes a thing that has takes a function that converts an A to a text with unknown OID. This function does not identify the type to Postgres. So Postgres must be able to derive the type from context. When you find yourself in such a situation, just provide an explicit type in the query using the : operator. Okay. Is there a known enum which maps a value into a textual enum label? So maybe I don't need an unknown enum. Maybe I just need enum. Enum mapping. And then, but what is A? So let's go back to where unknown enum was in the tests. So we had encoders unknown enum. And then, so we should also have encoders enum somewhere, right? Yeah, this one. In DSL statement, OK statement. What is DSL? So I guess I don't have to explicitly provide it a type. And let's check out what the ace on failing stuff is. Yeah, so we're expanding out in our in our failures to new things that I haven't even heard of. And so screw that. Okay. All right. So instead of unknown enum, let's just try enum. Do you like that better? I don't think I can cancel compilation, can I? Yeah, I can. Yes, kill it. So maybe that's better. And then, but here, so why was statement taking a byte string here? Oh, because the SQL is the byte string. Yeah, that's fine. And then it's the session byte string that I should have been worried about. So this creates a statement, but do we get a session? We get lots of sessions, but I don't know if they have any. I don't know what type they want. Oh, wait, what? No, that's, yeah, hang on. Is this what I need to do? Just set. I think I'm confusing. I'm not actually passing SQL to here. So this doesn't actually take a SQL type. Yeah, that was my problem. My problem was that params wanted to be a text. So even though SQL is a byte string, the statement here, the statement function here that I'm calling is expecting SQL to be a byte string, and I had confused myself thinking that this was the type for this, but it's not. This is the type that the params is expecting, which should have been text, and so that was a bunch of wasted time, but that's sometimes life. Okay, and then if I add this here, this should be text, and this should be status. Great. Well, that was all right. Okay, so that's that. So now we can pass it a text, but I don't want to pass it a text. I want to, I think, pass it in enum. So maybe this function here. So is there a Hasql enum to text? Haskell's so stringify. Yeah, I'm not doing that. So I think that maybe what I want to do is, why not just use a proto-enum? So let's just grab the enum from the SQL file. You know what? I think I did this and then I stashed it. What's going on, maggot? Yeah, so let me just steal this. Okay, so now we have some enum. And so ProtoLens has some way of converting enums to strings, I think. But I don't know if it's easily findable. It might just be faster to look at the generated code. Yeah, let's check out the generated code. I don't know if I can get Bazel mode, the open source version of Bazel mode, to compile from the file itself as opposed to from the build file. Now I have to remember where where the generated file is, which is apparently here. So we have from enum. What's that doing? Okay, wait, hang on. So from enum, I guess, returns the int. Let's look for unspecified quote. Show enum. Cool. So I can call show enum. I guess we'll do that here. So I don't know what the my function will be called. I'll call it foo. It's going to take in a proto enum, which is what, like p.job status or something, and it's going to return a text, and it's going to foo of status proto is going to be, we're going to call show enum on the status proto, and then I want to remove the prefix, the status underscore prefix, and then lowercase it. So let's just make the AIs do that. Create a Hasql function that converts unspecified foo. No. to unspecified, and foo finished to finished, etc. It takes a string with foo as the prefix, removes that prefix, and then lower cases the result. It seems to know that it's about enums. No, I don't want to error. Oh yeah, okay. I can just call drop. And then I forgot about to lower. Okay, that's fine. So we're calling this, and then so we called drop prefix where, how many spaces is it? 2? Let's assume it's just 2. Where drop prefix of string is equal to what was it? I don't remember if I put status or job status. Status. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I need to remember how to actually read these protos. So we need lens micro. And we need data protolens field. I'm not sure we need that. Let's just call these P. And did I call this job status? I think it's similar to what I called it. Job status. And instead of foo, let's call this proto to status. And then I think I can just take this and put it here. And say that it's going to take a job status. Maybe. What? That didn't really build, did it? No, that's building the proto. Parse error. Yeah, well, I forgot my double colon. And I forgot to add stuff to the build file. One day this will all be taken care of for me by tooling. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to build all that tooling. All right, so where's the other build file? Until then, we will copy and paste. So we need what? Micro lens. Oops. And also the job proto, right? and also protolens. I can't find lens micro, which is odd because I thought I just added it, but also I don't need it. So, I added them to the wrong thing. So let me qualify this import. Wait, what? It's gonna, it's ambiguous even if I qualify the import? Or byte string? Oy vey. So variable not in scope, show enum. Oh yeah, okay. So I need to import show enum from protolens. And wait, what do I? Yeah, I just didn't import protolens. That's my problem. Do I mean to lower? I guess is that provided by text? I guess if it's going to operate on text, then I need to use the version from data.txt, right? Although maybe I need to use the version of drop from text as well. To lower with a big L. So good match expected type string to text to text. So I'm wondering if does show enum return a string? it does return a string. So I need to, what, packet or something? That's for byte strings. Is it also for text? So string to text, pack. I think it's just objecting to my lack of proper grouping. So good match type text.text to text.text with actual type text.text. And the first argument of $sign takes one argument. All right, well, let's try. So just like organizing the code a little bit better. In the expression for proto to status, text proto is applied to one argument, but its type text.text has none. So can I give things types down here? I want text proto to be of type p job status to text. Okay, so it doesn't like that. So what am I doing wrong? So we have this status proto, which is of type p job status. We're calling text proto on it, which instead of making it its own function, let's try putting it back here. So first we're calling show new on the status proto, which should return a string. And then I want to pack that string. And that should give me a text, right? And first of all, this should be capital T. And then I want to drop the first 7 thingamajiggies. Maybe, is that the problem? Not in scope. So I uppercase the wrong thing. I mean, I lowercase the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. I don't know what the ultimate error was. I think maybe I just forgotten this like composition operator or something. Okay, so that should basically work. And so now I should be able to call, well, let's see if we can make a test for it. In SQL integration tests. Get article data connection. How about get update job. And then we have this fetch job here. Let's create another proto that will look like I'll call it job status. I have too many statuses floating around. And we figured out how to set proto enums. I think it was just like unspecified. How about why is it completed? And then I need to make a function to do it. So this will take a job status. And then it doesn't return anything. So somewhere I have something else that has no return value, right? Here. I guess I get some sort of job. Not, I mean, I guess I get some sort of result, even if I'm not getting a return value. And I need to import it. So I'm still importing. No. I'm still this. I changed the name of select all jobs. I thought I changed these. What's going on? Invalid type signature. What have I done wrong? Hmm. Okay, so something's wrong. Oh, is it because because I'm already using update job status? Let's try lowercase update job status. Okay, it likes that better. And then let's actually call the function. All right, so it says that that ran, but did it really run? So let's refresh this somehow. So it says status is pending. Oh wait, you know what? I need to I'm supposed to tell it what the job ID is, and I'm not. But it still says that it's succeeding. This seems like a problem. Oh, why is it not printing anything? Let's just see if printing is working at all. Where's my log? So let's make sure that we're getting all outputs. Test output all. And try it again. It's cached, so let's uncache it. Starting test. Let's just add some useless logging. Oh, you know what? I guess it's just skipping the test because, oh no, I think it's skipping the test because I haven't added this action environment variable that tells it to run the tests. I'll say action env. Oopsie. Let's try that. I guess it's gonna be building for a while. All right, I don't know how long this is gonna take. Maybe I'll just call it quits here, and then tomorrow's the weekend, so I won't be around. And then next week, my kids have spring break, so it'll be hit or miss about whether I can do any streaming. But I should try. I'll try to do at least some coding streams, which are a little bit easier to do and to handle if there's noisiness. Um, so I guess we'll do that, and then I'll check in on this build to see whether any of that actually worked.